Just a wonderful start to their big series against the Yankees for the Toronto Blue Jays, taking a 9-2 victory in the first of 4 games against the Bronx Bombers. The Jays now can say they have a little bit of a win streak going. That's 2 in a row where the Yankees' 1-game win streak has come to an end.
When considering runs were hard to come by for a little while, this is a much more exciting prospect that the hits aren't as hard. And hey, even a unicorn run, home run, I should say, from Vladdy Jr. I shall show you shortly. Here's the offensive struggle I was speaking of. 3 wins in their last 11 games, a -21 run differential. So top 2 man on, Matt Chapman executes the hit and run. Chapman thinking 2, pulls off the swim move to avoid the tag. That's second for the double. That was slick. Teoscar Hernandez advances to third. Later score, still in the frame. George Springer singles. Another run score. Springer 6 for 11 since coming off the IL. 2-0 Jays. Next batter, Vladdy. Show him the unicorn.
This year.
Well hit ball to deep right field. Judge is back and it's gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with an opposite field 3-run homer. And the Blue Jays are out to a 5-0 lead.
A Yankee Doodle Dandy is what I believe they call it. 362 feet. So Yankee Stadium, the only ballpark where that's a home run. And you know what? We'll take it. Jays lead 5-zip. Top 5 runners in the corners. Alejandro Kirk rips a double. That's left run plates. First 150th career hit for all you Kirk stands who are keeping track. 6-2 Toronto. Bottom 6 after giving up a leadoff double. Jose Barrios bounces back, freezes Josh Donaldson, who is, of course, the hero on Wednesday. 2 batters later, he gets Gleyber Torres swinging, ends the frame. Barrios 6 2/3, gives up only 1 earned run and strikes out 9. Love to see it. Top 7 now 7-2 Jays. Hernandez. Liner to the gap. It's enough to send 2 more runs home. Caps a 3-run frame. 9-2 Blue Jays. Top 8, Springer. Doing work. His 5th hit of the game. His first 5-hit game since May 12th, 2019. As he finishes 5 for 5. And who's this? Is that? Yep. Oh, yep. Yusei Kikuchi for his first career relief appearance, and we were sweating it, but don't even worry because he allowed the first 2 batters to reach, then strikes out Oswaldo Cabrera to end the threat. Works a scoreless 8th. Everything is gravy because the Blue Jays win 9-2. And here's John Schneider talking about the victory.
John, how do you know Barrios is dealing? What are the signs you're seeing that he's in that zone?
Kind of what you saw tonight. I think just the execution part of it. We know his track record. We know that more often than not we've won with him on the mound, and just the movement of his stuff. I thought the execution, fastball location was great. Changeup was really used in good spots, and just kind of got better as he went.
For an offense that's been searching for it, to jump out with 5 quick ones meant what?
A lot. I think that changes the complexion of the game, obviously, against that lineup. Loved our approach. I thought it was fantastic against Montas, and then kind of just continued to add on. But this is what we can do. So hopefully you keep it rolling.
What'd you like about the approach?
I thought the patience was great. The overall consistency in which we kind of tried to attack him. Their plan before the game was on point, and they went out and they executed it.
George has 5 hits. What does he mean to your lineup when he does things like this?
A lot. I mean, he's really good, and we love having him. He's been great since he came back. Spark plug at the top, and just really gets our offense going.
What did you like about his at-bats particularly?
A couple knocks the other way. I know one was soft, but kind of just doing what he does. I mean, wearing down a pitcher, just being consistent with what he's trying to do, and there's always damage potential there too. So he's been awesome.
John, how does what he does feed down through the rest of the lineup?
Yeah, I think when guys are hitting with guys on base, we're that much better. So I think guys take notice of the way he goes about it, the way he grinds out his at-bats, and it has a little bit of a trickle effect on down the lineup.
Is it meaningful that every starter reached by a hitter walk?
That's great. That's the goal every night. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a consistent approach up and down the lineup. So, again, we know that this offense is capable of that, and it's nice to see him get going.
John, the way things can turn so fast, like you think 2 nights ago, a night like this might have felt impossible, and then you guys have 1 game, and all of a sudden it's like the floodgates open. How do you kind of manage that within your role as a coach in terms of encouragement and
I mean, you got to stick the course a little bit and just understand that these are really talented players and it's a really good offense, and know that it's going to turn. So I think right now, in the last 24 hours, it's a little bit of a different vibe, different feel, but this is what we're capable of every night.
Walk and then base hit when Kikuchi comes in and he gets out of it. What'd you see there?
Love the way he was around the zone. It was a perfect spot to bring him in. I'm sure there were some nerves involved first time out of the bullpen, kind of getting the rhythm down, but love the way he was around the zone. Strikeout on Benintendi and strikeout on Cabrera. So I thought he did a phenomenal job, and excited for him.
John, on the bases in between all that offense, I'm thinking specifically that Chapman advancing to second there. Are you starting to see the right level of aggression that you're looking for?
Yeah, I think so. It's you want to be smart, but you want to be aggressive. It was a great slide by him. You look at Vladdy going first to third on the 3-2 count, and I like that. It's either a double play or you're going to go to third. So things like that, I think, if we can continue to do that and maintain our offensive approach, it puts a lot of pressure on the other team.
John, that bottom of the third for Barrios, it had a chance to sort of unravel there. It seemed like that pivotal at bat was Judge and the way he approached them. Like, how did you see Barrios handle that spot there?
Awesome. I think that we've seen it go the other way sometimes with him and everyone else, but to keep your composure after a walk and a hit by pitch and kind of a jam shot by LeMahieu, just to have him kind of lock it back in and settle down, I thought was the turning point in the game. His composure was tremendous.
Is there anything to be read about Barrios? I know last time he pitched, I gave you that number about in wins and losses, and he's got 7 starts this year where he has had no more than 1 strikeout. 17.84 ERA in those starts, 2.84 ERA in the rest of them. What's it like when he's not striking people out? Is that early tell?
It could be. I think that would be with anyone, I think, at this level. But you can, he's really good, and he has a really good track record of being really good. So, for him to come out and have this performance like he did is just awesome for him and awesome for us.
We'll hear from Barrios later in this post-Jays edition of Sportsnet Central. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. tends to put on a show, though, at Yankee Stadium. He has the second highest career slugging percentage in the Bronx, trailing only Aaron Judge. Blue Jays great Jose Bautista also on the list.
All right, back to